the stakes nor the crowd can get much bigger than what we've got in the big house today. 111,000, maybe the largest crowd ever to watch football in the United States, as Wisconsin visits Michigan.
Dave Ryan on the sidelines along with Michigan head coach Lloyd Carr. Coach, your team came out with such emotional intensity against Penn State last week, made a big difference. Can you match that level today?
Well, we hope to match it. It's, you can't ask for any greater circumstances. It's a great November day and the championship's on the line. That's doesn't get any more exciting than that.
Lloyd, so far, no one has been able to stop the great Dane. Ron Dane, 8 straight 100-plus yard rushing days. Can you do it today?
That's the goal.
Best of luck today.
Well, thank you.
Guys upstairs.
They start with both wideouts right side and in the I formation. In motion goes the fullback, Cecil Martin. Option right off the top for Mike Samuel, and he's nailed by Sam Sword after a gain of maybe 2. Run support. That's strong safety. Samuel with time and incomplete and intercepted through the hands of Ahmad Merritt and right into the hands of Andre Weathers.
Right off the bat, Wisconsin is taken out of its basic plan, which is to essentially never turn the ball over. A nice throw by Samuel. Merritt simply does not concentrate. You must look at the tip of the ball, especially when there's a lot of adrenaline flowing, and get it into your body.
From the 25-yard line, Michigan takes over, and Clarence Williams off tackle for about a yard, hit by Donnell Thompson. Williams on the toss sweep is hit at the 21-yard line. Right back where they took the interception from the 25. Brady steps up, sees a little room, keeps for only about 3. And the Michigan field goal unit and Jay Feely will have to come on and try and get some points.
And the Michigan coaches are sick right now. When you get a turnover early in the game, you can drive a stake in the heart of an opponent in a situation like this by jumping them early.
It's a fake snap to Feely, who will be buried at the 20. Fake field goal does not work for Michigan. Jason Doring reading it alertly. Up to stop Jay Feely. Already affected a handful of plays, and we're still first quarter. Samuel with time to go deep, looking for Chambers, open, got it. Chased by William Peterson, who can't catch it. Touchdown, Chambers, 80 yards. Oh, none of that comes from Dave Ryan. Williams sweeping right. They'll mark him at the 44. Where Roger Knight chased him out. 3rd and 2. Williams, a nice cutback. And into Badger territory. Running the way he did last week. 10 yards he chops off there. Knight, Jason Doring with the tackle for the Badgers.
Yeah, and a couple of people slipped and fell down on this play, but I'll tell you who didn't. Big John Jansen didn't. Right tackle 77. Excellent job. Look at him drive his man over on his back. And man, did Williams explode through that hole.
Draw play. Anthony Thomas gives it on a reverse to David Terrell. Terrell pulled down, I think, shy of the first down at the 39-yard line. John Fabre. If he wins today and wins next week at Columbus. Brady with time. Aaron Shea inside the 10, 1st and goal. $30-yarder for Shea, who had a big touchdown last week to get the Wolverines started.
Aaron Shea, number 36, one of the most versatile players on the team, has lined up at tight end, then fullback. Coming out of the backfield, splitting the seam of the zone right down the middle. Good concentration, got his team inside the 10.
He's limped off since then. Evan Coleman in at fullback. Williams. Think about that. That is incredible for the number 4 overall defense in the country, starting 4 guys who didn't have scholarships when they arrived in Madison. Brady Bumping once to the back of the end zone, and a leaping catch by Jerame Tuman.
Watch the young junior poise in the pocket over the outstretched hands of the linebackers and into the hands of his tight end, Jerame Tuman. You gotta like what Burke's becoming in this offense. And we're all tied up.
Dave Barnett, Bill Curry, Dave Ryan. As the Badgers start from their 20, Chambers one in motion. Ron Dane maybe one. His brother, not a student, and another patron, and so from the get-go, he said Samuel would play the entire game. He is hit for a loss at the 18 here as Sam Sword chases him down. On 3rd and 11, Nick Davis in as a third wideout. Samuel waits, sets up the screen for Dane. Got away from Dahani Jones, continues forward, not enough for the first down at the 28. William Peterson stayed after him, finally wrestled him down there. Anthony Thomas is the tailback. Throw it out for Tai Streets, loosely covered by Jamar Fletcher, but he comes up and corrals him at the 41. In the first. Here is Anthony Thomas, huge hole. Only Doring can get him. He doesn't get it. Touchdown, Anthony Thomas, 59 yards. How was it so easy here for Thomas?
It's no mystery as to how these things happen. The right guard, Steve Frazier, will pull in this direction, and he will execute what we call a log block on the outside man who's flying to the inside. He bounces him onto the ground. Shea falls down, so the lead blocker was eliminated, but Thomas didn't need him, and he took it to the house.
Sword wanted to come on a blitz. Samuel optioning. There's no pitch man over there. He's helpless into the arms of Andre Weathers. It could have been worse. He could have pitched it.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. But on this play, a very rare mistake by Ron Dane, who goes the wrong way on the option. The option's clearly called in this direction. It's possible that there was an audible call and that Dane couldn't hear it because of the crowd noise.
That almost turned into real disaster, as it is a loss of 2. Samuel hit before he can swing it out. Ian Gold has the sack. Jim Herman says Ian Gold is so competitive, he tries to win at winter weightlifting. It doesn't matter what you're doing, he wants to be better than you at it. Shotgun, quarterback draw, Samuel. And he's got room, and he has a Wisconsin first down to the 40. And now back to Dane, and he cuts back for 4 yards. Ahmad Merritt goes in motion. Eddie Faulkner in to give Dane a play off. And a pile up at the 45. Coming up at 3 wideouts. Right side for Samuel on 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, incomplete. Huge hit delivered by Hendricks against Nick Davis. They forced just a 33-yarder by Vincent. Great shape for the Wisconsin offense. Dane trying to bounce it outside, keeps his footing. Not an easy task today, and he reaches midfield. 5 yards almost per carry for the year for Dane. Not even half that so far. Gold and Sword. Already big forces against the run. Samuel again buried with Dane not there to take a pitch. James Whitley coming all the way that time from cornerback.
There is an incredible lack of communication between the two dominant backfield players for the University of Wisconsin. Nobody seems to be able to understand it.
Just as we can tell, that is again on Ron Dane. Second time he's gone the wrong way on an option. So Tom Brady going to work. He hits Knight, hit immediately. Gators trying to do their part to get there. On 3rd and 3, they will probably be close enough for a measurement on the straight-ahead run by Thomas, as they have most of this first half. Thomas again through the middle, squeezes about 7 yards out into the arms of Mike Eccles.
They are coming off that football.
After a fake to Williams, Brady wanting to go deep for Marcus Knight, who is all alone. Adamov drives him out at the 35-yard line. Knight, almost the forgotten man of the Michigan wideouts, hit for 32 yards.
Knight, a brilliant young man, an engineering major from Sylacauga, Alabama. This is real veteran presence by Brady. His tight end gets held up or knocked down. The normal receiver on this boot play, so he just looks deep. He's delighted to see that Marcus is wide open and makes a nice throw.
Streets gets most of those deep balls, most of the touchdowns. Knight chips in with a big gainer. Williams breaking a tackle, driven out by Doring at the 15. Pickup of 20. They're coming in huge chunks now against this Badger defense. Forgotten man after the signing of Drew Henson. Improving every single week. Swing it out for Streets. Breaks a tackle by Fletcher. And he should have the first down. He went right at the first down marker inside the 5, and I think he got it. Thomas with a dive for the pylon, and he got there. Touchdown number 2 today for Anthony Thomas. With a flag down. There's a marker back at the 8. It's coming back, holding Michigan. We're at they await Nebraska, Kansas State. 2nd and goal from the 15. Thomas again. Shea out with 2 blocks to set up another touchdown run by Anthony Thomas. He ought to go right over and shake Aaron Shea's hand.
Okay, watch the guard pull again. These are the unsung heroes who get out. Aaron Shea, we've already talked about, coming across from the fullback position, right there on Donnell Thompson. Good gracious, he knocked 3 of them down like bowling pins. Watch Big Aaron. Well, he turns it up out of the picture. All we'll see is the hero who runs in the end zone. We don't get to see the other hero who knocks down 3 defenders. Yep. See how smart Mike just got? Wisconsin obviously in trouble on the ropes, being body punched, head punched, almost taken out of this game in the first half by their own devices. Really was responsible for the play.
Just about as far back as you can get. And the high snap is blocked. Vincent had it blocked. Picked up at the 10. The Wolverines get a bit of a return by Sean Thompson. But the Badger special teams do it again.
The ball will be placed where the Michigan man touched it.
Chris Chambers in motion. Give it to Ron Dane. Runs through 2 tackles and then tripped up at the last instant before he was going to turn that corner for 6 by Marcus Ray. 2nd and goal, Badgers. From the 6, they are all over Samuel, and it is incomplete, and it's again Marcus Ray making up for lost time.
And everybody who wonders what happened to the defense early in the year, they were missing this man. 2 consecutive plays, Mr. Ray personally makes sure that nothing good happens. Here's Ray coming off the corner. That's what Tommy Hendricks did all the first half. He's not dissuaded by the fake. Right up in the quarterback's face. Boom. Forces the bad throw.
A lot of pent-up aggression being released by Ray. Here's 3rd and goal from the 6. Samuel in big trouble, can't get rid of it. Josh Williams, James Hall combining to sack Samuel. And it's a loss of 15 yards.
And you cannot take this sack. As a veteran quarterback, you do something with this ball. You throw it in the dirt, you find somebody with a white shirt and an eligible number, and you throw it at his feet. You do not put your kicker in this position to try to make a 39-yarder.
Matt Davenport, though, has missed only once all year. 16 of 17 with a long of 48. And he adds another one to that stellar stat. Brady rarely hurried again today. Has Tai Streets, who coughed it up and came right back into his breadbasket.
Yeah, if you ever doubt that it's Michigan's day, that bounce right there is going to be a demoralizing thing. Right back down in Ty's stomach.
Williams cuts back into the clear. Another saving hit at the 20 by Jason Doring. Every time he looks up, he's stopping another potential touchdown. 43 yards for Clarence Williams.
Great job blocking downfield by number 85, Marcus Knight. Anytime you see a long run, you'll see a receiver out in front of the back who's hustling, sprinting all the way across the field. There he goes. He's the blue shirt crossing the field right there. Marcus Knight down the sideline, escorting his ball carrier, adding about 25 yards to the game. Great blocking by Marcus Knight, number 85.
And Bill, with that, Michigan has 200-yard rushers. Here's one of them. Anthony Thomas, who was upended out of bounds by Mike Eccles. They're down at 7 for Brady. Looks up, pump fake, gonna run it and come up just short. Thompson and Favre get him.
Coach Carr has elected to go for the field goal. Maybe. Last time we thought that was not the case.
I bet he goes for it here. 29 yards by Feely is good. Ford came on a run blitz, and that has been a very effective strategy against Ron Dane, who on his play action. Hendricks coming on a blitz, so Samuel steps up. Keeper for about 5 to the 33.
And what a play by Tommy Hendricks. Once again, blitzing from the blitzing, that is. Not blitzing.
Stopping our big guy, they're just whooping it. Much more time this time, and he overthrows Ahmad Merritt, who had 3 defenders back there with him. Brady for Streets. And Fletcher doesn't lose his footing this time. Streets will be close for the first down. Brady, deep out Knight. Inside the 40 of Wisconsin. Beating Leonard Taylor for 23 yards.
Number 34, Leonard Taylor, the strong safety, no match for the wide receiver, number 85, Marcus Knight. What a marvelous throw and catch.
Not the Spartans, who ended their national title hopes last week. Aaron Shea having another big day ahead to the 30, where Thompson, Fletcher, and Taylor all gather around him.
It's a 49-yarder.
Feely has the leg. He has up to 51 this year, and he also has the wind at his back. Brady to hold. Jansen the snap. Enough leg. And he punched it right through.
And he slipped and fell as he kicked it. This is remarkable. This just doesn't happen very often. Fortunately, he got that leg through before he went down.
With plenty to spare, Lloyd Carr first to congratulate him on his incredible good fortune and good leg. Hendricks came from a safety blitz, and Samuel is sacked yet again. And this time it is Grady Brooks, backup rush linebacker, who has come in for James Hall. 2nd and 13, needs the 41. Given time, a little bit too tall for Nick Davis, who is only 5'10". Let's hear from Larry Beal. 3rd and 13. Samuel has got to get something out of this. Got away from Brooks this time, and incomplete. Davis went to his knees to try to bring that one in. I'm not even sure if he was the intended receiver, but he ended up closest.
Too hard.
They've really illustrated why it is so many coaches say you can't win without the ability to stop the run. When the offense isn't there, the defense can keep you in games. Perfectly illustrated by the 15-10 win at Minnesota a couple of weeks ago. Kavanaugh keeps, he can motor a little bit like Samuel. 3 minutes to go. Kavanaugh looking for Chambers and broken up, almost intercepted by James Whitley. Twice. Kavanaugh hit as he delivered by Whitley right into the waiting hands of James Hall, who earned Defensive Player of the Week honors in the Big Ten last week. 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a blocked field goal against the Nittany Lions, and he turns in another big play to help slam the door on the Badgers.
Strictly a mistake by Kavanaugh. His lead blocker, Bill Ferrario, is pulling. He's supposed to stay on the outside hip of Ferrario. When he ducks inside, gets drilled in the stomach, that's what causes the bad throw. All he had to do is stay on the outside hip of his lead blocker. That big guy's out there. He's your buddy. He's the only friend you got out there.
And the final exam that Wisconsin entered today, where do you give him? D-?
Well, I'm afraid they certainly didn't pass. It would have to be a very low grade, but they'll get a chance to play again next week, and I'm sure with their fine coaching staff, they'll be right back and ready to play.
Maize and blue all afternoon today as 111,217 saw a dominating Michigan performance a la the national champions of a year ago. 27-10 the final. Wisconsin no longer undefeated. For Bill Curry, Dave Ryan, and our entire ESPN crew, Dave Barnett, so long from Ann Arbor, Michigan. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Let's send you back to the studio and Larry Beal.